dangerous night on the road. Kind of wet, kind of Monday, kind of Chicago. There's a lot of people trying to go places in an inaccurate and inadvisable styles and manners. Well, this might be my last day in Chicago. Try and play this whole thing by ear. But I think we were effective. Oh, hello. Hello, Lorraine. So, I think that worked pretty well for what we were trying to do. Thanks for chiming in. Hi there. My rock and roll mod. Watching my back all through this. Because it seems like we got the attention of the community. It seems like we got the attention of the college kids, of some of the business owners, of the mail carriers, of not all of the police, some of the police scratching their heads today, looking at what was going on and how we were being treated. It looked like they didn't like what they saw a little bit more today. Didn't seem like they were under the direct command of Commander David Harris. And that's the thing. I think that's the major difference. Is that kill crazy asshole, I mean, he would have had fun watching us all get all beat up. He would have loved it. I'm pretty sure that they would hold us all without charge for the maximum period. Yeah, Ellie. Freaking excellent. Excellent day out there on the streets with y'all. Oh, hell yeah. We did it was way more fun on the street. It's a more casual day. I found that I had the opportunity to talk to more Scientologists in a slightly more compassionate way than I felt that I was able to when they were brutalizing us. And now that they're just out there manipulating the public and brutalizing each other, I could try to ask them if they could see in their hearts that there is a better way to live. And that perhaps if they looked a little further afield for their information, that they might find a way to do it pretty easily on SPTV with the survivors. And I am now feeling irresponsible for not having a list. I want a complete list that I can recite. And I want to recite it enough so that I can recite it from memory. Right? So, at the beginning of Black Lives Matter, I was working at a theater in Roxbury, Massachusetts. And when the list started, we were adding one every week, and say their names was what was happening at my events at that theater year on year on year as that movement progressed. And we all knew them just because we were in the practice of saying it. We said them regularly. And that's how that happens. This guy almost sideswiped me from Wisconsin. Illegal Tim. Maybe a drunk cop from Wisconsin. And so I think this movement could use a little bit of that. I mean, it really shows some dedication. I do want to display that. I also want to know these stories because, I mean, this is the information information that we're armed with to actually go into these spaces and try to convince people that there is a better way, because the survivors are the best example of all of that. That's what I think. And so I want to carry their message as accurately and as far and as many of the survivors' messages as I possibly can. And I'm just going off of raw emotion. And so after this, I want to systematize my approach a little bit more to all of that, so that I have a better grounding in all of this. Because the more I find out about this, I feel that the more confidence I have in engaging with, I'll just say these people. Because, the way they treat each other and their own human beings, what else can you say but these people? With a little bit of disdain after everything that we saw. But you can see some of them are close. You can see it. You can see some of them are doubting. And I saw more of that today, and it breaks my heart. You can see some of them are on the fence. Maybe they know what they're engaged in is a little wrong. I think even Tomato Face a little bit today was looking a little forlorn about the impotence of his efforts. Maybe it was just he couldn't have very much pride in an org opening that didn't seem to bring in any business whatsoever. And they had to hide behind screen tech all day. And then they finally revealed their skirts with pantyhose tech, and we were all over them. And we were having a great day. And then, man, every day is a SWAT now in LA. Every day is a fucking SWAT. And I said it before, DOA is a tough cookie, but it don't matter. Anything could have happened to him right there. Anything. He handled himself perfectly. He did every move. Exactly right. As far as I can tell, I'm no expert, man. Jeez. But didn't seem like he made any wrong move. But it's just heartbreaking. Such a good person that means to do that amount of good at such personal risk and cost is treated like this. Not surprising. Heartbreaking. And shows us why moving forward and doing any more is oh so necessary. That there is any organization in our society right now that can act with such impunity and can leverage the full force of a corrupt police force like the LAPD to do whatever the fuck it wants. Wish and whim. Wish and not even Mother May I do they have to ask to get Jesus. Seemingly, they're looking to assassinate people. To me, there's no difference. This is a direct attempt at taking some of us out. And I live in an isolated spot. Cops came for me in force, and I wasn't recording. They could say whatever the hell. And so I think I'm going to get some network cameras that are being backed up to a second site all over my property. It's not so hard to do, and it's cheaper all the time. But after what happened, maybe it's paranoid. I'm small potatoes, but It seems like they'll go after anybody. Although, going after DOA and Jess, I mean, they've got pretty great followings, and perhaps that's why they're targeted first, maybe the top billing. And they're afraid of streets. At least they're afraid of streets enough to not make that move on him on the semi-regular that I've ever seen. And you guys could disabuse me of that if that's just plain ignorance. I'm a fan, but I haven't seen everything that Streets has done. So, glad he got free. Glad he didn't get hurt. But, it's a real kick in the balls for the day. They got a real good kick in the balls right there. Recovered, and we had a nice little exit. Said goodbye to everybody. I believe I made lifelong friends this weekend. You know, and that's how I feel. I love and respect each and every one of them. We all risked our asses on the street together and held firm, didn't make mistakes, kept our cool, face down a mega fucking corrupt police force who meant to do us all harm. And so we've been into battle. So they are my family. And if they're in trouble, I'll do whatever I can to help them out and protect them. Man, Isaac. What an amazing, I mean, you know, Isaac, being that smart and shiny, just being raised up good, just being raised up right. That's fucking awesome. What a smart kid. Getting a real education on the streets. Is, I mean, besides some of the stuff that happened yesterday, these guys shouldn't be feared. Scientology at the very least. Showing them fear in any way is exactly what they want. They want to know that their terroristic, their stochastic terrorist attempts at imprisonment, at getting people hurt, at costing the city untold friggin' thousands of dollars. Who knows, it might be up over $1 million. The amount of times that they deployed the police and the fire department. I mean, I'd easily believe it was $1 million. Easily. I mean, if you make a false freaking fire report, the penalties can be real steep. So, but it's all to brush you off the block. Make it so difficult that you don't want to do this and you just give up and go away. Thank you all for being here on my ride. It might be my last ride in this Chicago journey that we've had, staying in Chicago. I'm going to take the evening, kind of do an assessment, catch a meal, and see what my next move is. Right now, it's heading back to the East Coast. But, I mean, seriously, I don't want to come off the road. I'm ready for another round, another town. I'm ready for that. Maybe a day off, you know, in between traveling and whatnot to rest my body. Because I've been doing like those are long days that I've been doing. And I'm starting to feel it in my knees. And yeah, my knees are my trouble spot physically. As I mentioned a few times, I was 6 feet tall when I was 12 years old. The connective tissue holding my old knees together was never super great because it got stretched too fast, and I needed to do physical therapy to strengthen the muscle around my knees to be able to take the impact of what I was doing. So like, if before I was doing this physical therapy, I'd go to like a basketball practice, jump up and down, and hit the legs hard on the wood floor. Then I'd sit in the car coming back home from basketball practice, and by the time I got home, my knees would be locked in an L-shaped position, and I wouldn't be able to stretch them out. It would take me like 30 minutes or something to stretch my knees out, and I'd have to crawl to the door. And so after a few times of that, I started physical therapy. And so it's the first thing that goes with me. And so my knees are going like this. It means, hey, you need to rest your knees. Hey. I'm glad to see the community. You're all having fun. We love each other. Looking out for the cookout, for what's good. If y'all are having fun, I'm having fun. Let's see, we did that song last night. Might do a little Drum and Babies trivia if anybody's game. I don't know if you've heard all of them, but definitely we tried that one. This one's easy. First to get this one gets respect.
Anytime we set free fire.
Name of the song. The name, not the artist. Mrs. C for the win again. Christy? I didn't see the first part, but it looks like you got the second word. Christy, maybe I'm wrong. If anybody got it first, you know, you got it or not. It's the core. The core. The core. The core of my support. Hanging out. Hanging out. Y'all rock. Y'all had our backs. Y'all had our backs this weekend. Thank you so much. So much easier to be out there with such small numbers, with all of y'all showing up and making sure that we're safe. Exit. I love you all. Be good to each other, stay safe, and see you next time.